Welcome to Behind the Badge with your special guest, Lieutenant Williams, your news source for all things police in the city of Fond du Lac.
It's KFIZ today. It's a Friday at 8:10, and always in this time spot. It's Behind the Badge, our weekly visit with the Fond du Lac Police Department. Lieutenant Ryan Williams coming off of National Night Out recently, so.
Yeah, that was a great time. Just so everybody knows, we do have some visitors again. This is former CSO, now future officer Dwayne Stein's third appearance in a row. Although he was silent the last time because we talked to Emma, Emma Laurie, who's actually going with him to the academy as well. So we have two of our future officers that start the academy tomorrow with us. But yeah, National Night Out. Once again, it was a huge success. It was well attended. There's a lot that goes into it. It's basically for our department. It's a week build up for preparation. Our CSOs basically spend the whole day out there running things. But it's great for community participation and stuff. But I hate to bring anything negative to such a positive event. I really do. But I think something needs to be done about the mascot race.
Oh, what's that?
Well,
we did not win it.
No, you didn't win, and neither did we, and it wasn't even close. Sparky, the fire department representative, won the race by a landslide, but also appeared to have gone early again.
Once again,
which makes 2 consecutive years that someone that went against the rules. You know, us police officers, we like the rules.
Yes, you do.
They seem to have benefited from it. I know it was your guy the time before.
Yeah.
So I think we really need to get in front of this thing. We need to start sanctioning this. If there's no laws, then what's the point of even having it? But we got to make sure that there's equal chance to win for everybody, and for that, we're gonna all have to come together and fix this thing because this is too important.
How does this step off? So is it just somebody saying, ready, set, go, and at the word go, you go?
See, and I would be for a ready, set, go. I heard it was a 1, 2, 3 start. So that's tough, because it could be a 1, 2, 3 go, or 1, 2, do you go on 3, or you go up, or do they say 3 and then you go? So I don't like that. You're right. I like ready, set, go. That's good. But I think we need to add the old starting pistol.
I think so too, because then there's no disputing. Seriously, there is no disputing hearing
right.
that sound.
And if there is a false start, which seems to happen 2 years in a row, then that's the double.
Yes.
Doom. Got to restart it. Happens again. That mascot is going to take a seat on the sideline. That's a double disqualification. Not going to work out well for you. Sorry, you're going to have to take a seat. I'm getting pretty serious about this because we've taken some hard losses. I think it's 4 or 5 years in a row that we have not pulled off a victory, but I just want an equal playing field for all mascots.
I don't like to see anybody cheat either, and that includes, somebody is part of this radio station the year prior. Now that person said to me, and that's just, to me, lends itself to using the starting gun. He thought that he heard somebody say the word go, but with the mascot head on, it's so tough to hear.
Yeah.
So that's why, potentially, maybe that's what happened with Sparky this year.
It could be, yeah.
To be determined, but I think if we create a distinct sound, and if you start early, you're going to call it a false start. I think that's the way to go.
See, when I first envisioned it, you and I both remember the movie Grease, I believe,
Sure.
Right? Remember when they're down on Thunder Row or whatever? I mean, they got a lot going on there, but they have that person down there, and they got both their hands up, and then they send their hands down, and that's what starts it. And I know it's hard to see in those mascots, but we do that, we do the gun, we do everything, and then we can have a nice fair race.
I'm all for it.
And
I did see photos. Our news director, Doug Rathlick, was out there. We had a big gallery on KFIZ.com, and I noticed, it was not even close.
the photos actually do it even more injustice, because so one of our CSOs that we met in here, Corbin West, was very close to McGruff that day. So he got a lot in the action, and the photos do not do him really good, and the training that he put forth with McGruff to do so. And poor Corbin, has taken some heat on that, of not fully preparing McGruff for the race, and coming out with the picture that we have of such a large loss. But you know, we are very wise and sensitive to his needs, so we will just forget it, and we'll you know, in like 10, 12 years we'll never even know what happened. So you know, we are really. So, you know, no, National Night Out was great. You know, it's just something, it was kind of neat too. So some of the surrounding areas are actually starting to do National Night Out. And I know I should just be talking about PD stuff, but like Camel Sport actually had their first National Night Out. So they're starting to do it now. They have a new chief over there. So it's kind of neat to see other participation and stuff. But, you know, it is national. So like departments all over the nation are doing this event, and it's a great outreach. Also, talking about outreach, we had a child that was in the Make-A-Wish program just yesterday, last Sunday, not yesterday. And his one of his dreams eventually is to be a police officer. His wish was to go to Hawaii, which is also my wish too. So if anybody listening out there wants to grant my wish, it would be to go to Hawaii. So we were lucky enough to be able to participate and kind of combine those wishes, and the police department was able to go over to his house and present him with his trip to Hawaii or whatever, and that was really cool. And of course we brought some swag and stuff to give him and stuff to, and apparently it went over really well. We had the Bearcat over there, which was kind of funny because, as I usually do, I scout the scanner pages and the Facebook pages and all those things, and all of a sudden I see that there is a SWAT event going on in a certain part of town, and I'm like, once again, team leader in the SWAT team, I'm like, I should know about these things. I should be one of the first or second calls and find a way. I'm like, well, that was the same day we were doing the Make-A-Wish thing. I think that's what was going on. So that was what was going on. There was no SWAT incident. It was actually us hopefully making someone's day a little bit brighter for that Make-A-Wish program.
That's really cool that you guys got to present that. Yeah, I'm sure he was excited not only to get to meet police officers, but know that he gets to have that trip to Hawaii.
Yeah, I think we should let him come on the radio too. Maybe that'll be a future one.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
So we've got Dwayne. Let's not leave Dwayne alone here. You know, he's in front of the mic. He didn't get to talk all last radio show. Dwayne, why don't you just like let everybody know kind of what we've been doing this week and a day of our orientation week here?
I mean, the orientation, we've been doing just a lot of preparation for the academy. So we've gone over defense and arrest tactics, we've gone over firearms and just all sorts of like communication skills, all sorts of just other things, just to make sure we're ready and going to be some of the top performers there, so we can really represent Fond du Lac.
They also participated in the Lieutenant William Scavenger Hunt, which I do for orientation purposes, of course. Tell us about that and how that went.
So that was pretty interesting. We just had a list of like 50 or so items that we just had to find and take pictures of throughout the city, and it consisted of some, basic stuff like just, all the quick trips, and then
of course, all the quick trips.
That's the important stuff. And then there was just some other stuff that like I hadn't seen before. Like I didn't know where Cardinal Park was, and I know because I did that.
Wait! Do you know where Cardinal Park is?
I do not.
So it's a brand new park, so it's excusable. Well, where is it, Dwayne?
It was up. I don't remember the exact intersection of the road because I know I had to like look at it on the Fond du Lac website, because it wasn't like, if you look at it on Google Maps, it just takes you to the stadium.
That's what I figured.
Emma, do you know where it is? Emma, grab the mic.
It is right past Tachita, and it is right off of what's called Hunter's Court, on like a little back road.
Okay.
So it's actually a nice little park back there. I mean, usually probably there's a lot of people that live on Hunter's Ave. It's kind of been a growing area of town. And they actually have a walking trail too that goes right through there as well. It's nice. I think the trail is, I would say maybe a mile. I might be, I'm kind of just guessing here, and it's a nice little playground if you kind of want to get away from the hustle and bustle of other ones. So
Isn't the scavenger hunt timed? Isn't it?
I've done it different ways. I've done it as a competition, but I always worry about that because I don't want people speeding and stuff like that. This one, because Dwayne was a CSO and Officer Lori was a native of Fond du Lac, I let them work it out together. They were able to do that, and it still took what, 2.5 hours.
Yeah, just under 3.
So it's detailed, and there's some things they probably need to, like, well, some people might need Google, like the Google search some things, like you know, my favorite is I put on there, but we've already talked about it, so they knew what we were talking about, was the Niagara Escarpment. You have to take a picture of the Niagara Escarpment, and you're like, what is this? What is this? And so they have to take a picture of the ledge, basically.
Before the whole scavenger hunt, I didn't even know what that word meant, so it made it pretty difficult.
But you know, we have landmarks.
He's
too.
driving out to New York State, right? To
Yes.
Niagara Falls.
Yes.
Exactly.
He hasn't been back. That was the last we saw of him. But no, it's a fun way of I pick out some streets and some things that are just kind of around, and you could live in a town your whole life and not really know where to go because you're not really held accountable for that information, right? You're not like, it's not somebody's life or death that whether you get to visit your friend at their house, the most direct route. But in our job, it's a little bit different. It is, right? It is. It could be life or death that you need to get from point A to point B, and the quickest way to get there. And that changes on what time of day it is, and a lot of other factors. You know, the lights start blinking instead of operating at a certain time of day. So the more familiar I can get them with the city, the faster they'll be able to do that. And when you start in FTO, that's one of the biggest hurdles is orientation of the city. And so then you're worried about how to get there, then you can't worry about all the other stuff that you need to know. And that stuff's a big deal too. So the faster you can get that, I know how to get there, out of the way, the faster you're able to just kind of think about the stuff that you need to know once you get there. So that's kind of a reason we do that.
Dwayne, how are you feeling on the eve of going to the academy?
I'm excited, pretty much. Like I don't really feel any sort of nervousness. I don't know if that's gonna kick in later. Right now, it's just excitement. I'm ready to go.
That's awesome.
Emma, how about you?
I'm feeling great, super excited. All of the people that I've met so far that will be at the academy with us seem super great, so I think it's going to be a good time.
Bring it on.
Absolutely.
That's great.
So yeah, they'll be starting tomorrow, and we're excited. And then I can get the rest of my work done.
Good luck with that. All right, it's Behind the Badge on KFIZ Today.